camps in Nigeria. You are welcome to this live show. Today we have a lot of things, a lot of points that we are going to talk about. When you look at the title, of this live show, you see it, the Cameroons and the revolution. So there are a lot of issues that I'm going to talk. It shall cut across between both Cameroons. But if I must talk about La République, then it should be something which is directly related to our revolution, to our revolution. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, few hours ago, we discovered that the president of Cameroon has announced through his Twitter account that he is going to be running for the position of the president of La République. We should be aware that while we are aware that this does not concern us, but in some form or ways, it indirectly concerns us, because as we speak, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia is still directly under annexation, is still directly under occupation by La République du Cameroun. So whatever happens in Cameroon, politically, economically, socially, it has an adverse effect in Ambazonia. But today I am bringing to you good news. I am bringing to you good news why you must not feel defeated. I am bringing to you good news why you should be happy. You should be happy that President Paul Biya, Mr. Paul Biya, that dictator president, you should be happy that he has announced his candidature to run as president. It is good for our revolution. And today, I am going to lecture you, I'm going to give you reasons why such announcement is good for our revolution, and reason why it fuels our revolution, and reason why it gives us the reason to continue fighting and fighting. But there is something I want us to do. Those of us in the social media, if you realize, you will see that President Mr. Paul Biya, why am I calling him president? Mr. Paul Biya, who in the past I had said, has accused this generation as the Android generation, he has now become an Android old papa. He has now become an Android old father. And you are seeing that he is now more engaged in Twitter. He is more engaged in Instagram. He is more engaged in Facebook. He has understood that the world has changed. He has understood that it is not as business as usual where CRTV will dominate. He has understood that through the social media, we were able to galvanize our people on ground zero. He has understood that through the social media, we were able to bring everyone together to challenge his 36 rule over both Cameroons. And that is why you see that Mr. Paul Biya, he has been active in Twitter, tweeting and tagging international communities that he wants to also pass his message, because he knows that the crook and the lame CRTV cannot do the job for him. So he has not been very active, and so that is why we also have to change the way we react on social media. At first, Mr. Biya had nothing to do with social media. He relied on his CRTV and on his newspaper. But now he is dumping the CRTV. He is dumping other partners. He is not coming more and more on social media. He wants to compete with us now. So what do we do? What can we do to counteract this? What can we do to slow down this? This is what we have to do as a people, because we have to now change the strategies. First and foremost, as a people, we have to make sure that we observe Mr. Biya's Facebook account. We have to make sure we observe his Twitter account, so that those international partners, those international organizations, those foreign governments who go to his Facebook and Twitter account to observe, because some of them, they will go there to observe at the comments, to observe at the response, to say, oh, the people are with him. Some of us, when we make a post, when we make a post and you see too much of negative reaction, you know that truly these are Ambazonians talking. Because even if we have fake profiles cannot overcloud what we are saying. So for us activists, when we make a post and we see too much of a negative reaction, we know that actually these are Ambazonians talking, because there is no way we can have La Republique that will overshadow us on the media. So this is what we have to do. We have to make sure that in all of those statements that directly concerns Ambazonia or affects us in one way or the other, we have to make sure that we visit those Facebook, those Twitter, and we tweet. We respond. Don't retweet. We have to respond that all the foreign media that will come under that Twitter account to read and get the pulse of the nation, they will see that indeed the people of the Cameroons, those who are still under occupation, Ambazonians and Cameroonese who still have some small cable, so that they are against them. So it is our place to make sure we monitor the Facebook account of this person who has killed, maimed, raped our people, raped our resources, killed our parents. So we have to make sure we visit those Facebook accounts and we go through it. We respond with pictures of the dead bodies from 2016 right up to this moment. We have to respond. Whatever thing he says, we respond. We make it such a way that even Cameroonese, when they come under those threats, they will go away. So that is how we have to do. We have to make sure we go on Twitter to that is nonsense innuendos announcement. We make sure we respond, and we respond in the most hard negative way. He will block some people. Yes, he will block. He has been blocking some people on Twitter, but he will not block more than 3,000 Ambazonians who will be there to make sure that he has no peace on media. As we are giving Mr. Biya no peace on ground zero, as our able heroes, our boys, our girls, our people on ground zero are making sure that they give no peace to Mr. Biya on ground zero. We on the social media, we call ourselves social media warriors. We must make sure that we give no peace to Mr. Biya on Twitter. We give no peace to Mr. Biya on Facebook, because Mr. Biya has not changed. He has not changed. Now he's using Twitter more often to announce issues. He knows that through Twitter, he's going to get the attention of the international community. So we have to make sure on those threats, when any foreign government comes there, when any foreign media comes there, when the foreign media comes there, he will get the pulse of both nations. He will get what the people are saying. So that is what we have to do. But as a people, what again can we do? We must make sure, let our Facebook timeline, because when I sat and I saw that Mr. Biya has announced he's starting to run as president, it is not a surprise for us. It's not a surprise. We knew that he would do it. But when I sit and I see Ambazonians making a post, no, you shouldn't make a post on it. You shouldn't make a post and say Biya has announced. You are announcing him. You are draining our timeline. I want to click on my homepage on Facebook. When I go through, I should only be seeing issue about Ambazonians. I should be seeing about the massacre in Tiben village in Batibo, where a whole family of 5 were pulled out of their homes and they were shot. I should be seeing the 5 students in the University of Bamenda that they went to their hostels, they pulled them out and they shot them. We should be seeing that homes in Saudi Cameroons are being razed. That's what we should be seeing. We should not publicize Mr. Biya. We should not talk more about. So we should make sure that one of our strategies is that we must go on his Facebook post and his Twitter account. We respond. We should not retweet. We should respond on it, so that we give it a very negative figure. We should also make sure on his Facebook we do the same. But on our own personal timeline, we should not, because when you click on your timeline, you have to go through. You see most Ambazonians talking about President Paul Biya's election. If we must talk, it should be that it will not hold in Ambazonia. We are very certain that there won't be any elections in Ambazonia. But let me tell you now. So, as a non-starter, we must make sure we give a blank check. A blank means we give a blank media to Mr. Biya's election. Because what he's doing is that now Mr. Biya is now coming. You see, Mr. Biya is very intelligent. He is coming to announce at a time when the international community is hard on him on the video in the north. You know the video in the north where you see gendarmes or bees killing point blank young babies. No military, I've never seen that. Even Boko Haram does not kill like that. They kill a woman and a baby boy, baby child, children of many small years. I've never seen any military. Now you see the New York Times, Washington, and Amnesty, they're on it. So now the political Maradona of Cameroon, Mr. Biya, said, what can I do? What can I do to turn Cameroonians from what is happening in the north? What can I do to turn the attention of the international community? Okay, I will now announce on Twitter my intention to run as president. And you see, when he announced, what has happened? We have now jumped into the issue. Hey, Mr. Biya did this. So, let us only respond under those posts. But we should not make a post on our own. That is the first. So we must give it a media blackout. We must make it so that when we go through our timelines, we shouldn't see these issues. And we must make sure we continue to tweet about the things which is happening. You see, those of us in Amazonia, we are very grateful. If you look at, you will see, those of us that we have been crying, it is still us. The issue, you see that Amazonians are very people who are genuine. Amazonians are people who are loving. We are people that we hate terrorism. We hate human rights abuse. That is why, even the fact that Cameroon is killing our people, we still took time to make sure we talk about the issue in the north. Even with that, Cameroonese are still saying no. We have seen this woman on Facebook, they call himself no, in UK. You see, Cameroonese are still saying no, that their military said nothing. You saw Issa Chiroma, who came out and said, no, that is not Cameroon military. So, you see, Cameroonese, they have been bewitched. They have been bewitched that even them, their citizens, their newspaper, they don't even care. They don't even believe that their own military could do what it's doing. Now, you see, what the military does up in the north, it is what has been happening in Amazonia times 10. Yes, because when they go to University of Bamenda and put out students from the hostel and they shoot them point blank, it's exactly the same what they did in the north. In the north, you kill a woman point blank. It's the same. It's the same they did in Menka. In Menka, you remember Menka? When they killed in Menka, they went right again in the hospital, and they killed. It's the same. When they burnt alive Mami Api in Kwakwa, it's the same. So, what the military is doing in the north is the same thing that they are doing in Amazonia. So, you see that we as Amazonians, we are good. We are even helping Cameroonese because Cameroonese, they have not been able to help themselves. We are very good. And we have helped to expose that nonsense that they did over a poor mother and child and media. Now you see now CNN entering, BBC entering, and it is our job. So we will help them. We will help them in that sense because that video, it also helps it vindicates us also. It vindicates us. It tells us what they were doing in Amazonia. We see they were saying no. So we shall only publish a video. We shall only publish posts which directly helps Amazonia. So that video helps Amazonia more than it helps even Cameroonese. They should not think that we are doing it because we love them. No. We are not doing it because we love Cameroonese. No. When we show those videos, we are doing it because we want to expose the military more. Because in every revolution, it is human rights that will finally bring this government down. Yes, because that is what the people are looking. That's what the world is looking. So, Cameroon should not sit there and think that, hey, Amazonians are sharing this thing. It means this person. No. We don't know people. They shouldn't sit and feel happy that if Amazonians can also share this video in the north, it means they want to remain in a so-called one and it's nonsense. No. The fact that we are sharing that issue, we are using that to sell our case more. And it is working for us. That's why you see Cameroonese, they are quiet. They are quiet. Have you seen them sharing? There are very few. Those you see sharing are the very Cameroonese who in one or another they support the revolution. A typical Cameroonese, you see, they'll say, no. Ce n'est pas bon le militaire. No, is my French even correct? I don't know French. How do you say in French that it's not the military? They say it is not even the military. No. You see, Issa Chiroma came out with his large mouth. Issa Chiroma tilapia. He came out and he ran his mouth. The next day, our able Amnesty National shut him off. That is how low they can go. You've had Cameroonese that instead to even assume that even if that video is not done in Cameroon, as a human being, the first thing you do is to condemn such an action. Because whether it happens in Cameroon or elsewhere in the world, no person should suffer that. But no, their first reaction is to defend their useless military. Their military that goes around in Amazonia killing our people. Now I talk to you, now in Batibo it is hell. In Bello it is hell. Now they are doing, now killing that is open. Along Kumba Boya Road, they just see you look at type. If they see you that maybe you are dark, if you are a dark boy, maybe tall, and you are not handsome, or maybe your hair looks a type, they will say you, don't kill you. Now nobody talks. Nobody talks. Our politicians, they sit quiet, nobody talks. So my people of Amazonia, now let me tell you why the election, why the announcement of Paul Biya is good for a revolution. It is good for a revolution. As I've said so, let us make sure that we don't engulf in sharing that, in sharing Mr. Biya's post. We can comment on it so that when others, when they come to see, they will see that indeed the people are against. He claims that it is overwhelming calls from the diaspora and home for him to run. Okay, if it is true that it's an overwhelming call from the diaspora, it should reflect in the comment section. It should reflect in Twitter. But isn't the case? Because Cameroonians from both sides, the people from the Cameroons from both sides, they are fed up. But as Amazonians, it is forbidden. We will not help Cameroonese to get rid of Biya. They deserve for Biya. If they want Biya out, they must go out of first. I will not endorse, support any action that helps Cameroonese to get rid of Biya. If they want Biya out, they must go out and fight and die, pick up arms to fight against Paul Biya. No, any actions that we take, it must be first and foremost to glorify the restoration of our statehood. Any action we take, it must be that this action that we are taking, it will take us a step further in restoring the statehood of Amazonia. We will not help La République Cameroonese. No. So, Cameroonese, I think that they deserve Paul Biya. Yes, they deserve Paul Biya. So let me tell you now why it is good news that we have President Mr. Paul Biya running. Let me tell you, you remember, during the World War II, the British Secret Service, World War II, the British Secret Service, they had intelligence in Germany. They had 6 opportunities to take away Hitler. You know, those who do history, I told me that during the World War II, the British Secret Service, they were in Germany. They had 6 opportunities to take away Hitler once and for all. But due to political strategies, they said they will not take him off. That Hitler is already making a lot of mistakes. It is good that Hitler remains. If Hitler remains, it is good for the world because he will make a lot of mistakes that the world will turn against him. That will make his own people to turn against him. And so the British Secret Service refused to endorse the assassination of Hitler during the 6 opportunities. They refused. Because they said if they took him off at that time, it will bring forth maybe a Simata Hitler number 2. So, now, why is this good for us? It is good because, for us, it is good as Biya is running. Yes, it is good as Biya is running. It is good. Because it is good for the revolution. It is good for us. Let us assume, if Mr. Biya was not running, if Mr. Biya let me tell you why. Let me tell you first. First and foremost, Mr. Biya has a very bad image when it comes to the world. That's the first. When it comes to his reputation, he has a very bad image of human rights abuse. That is number 1. So it is good for us. Number two, Mr. Biya has no control over his military. His military is responsible for state terrorism. That is number two. Number three, Mr. Biya has been known for rigging elections in the Cameroons. Mr. Biya has been known there is no democracy in the Cameroons. And why do we say so? Now, all international organizations, the AU, the Commonwealth, they have said they are not interested to send observers because they have looked at it. They said the election is not credible. The election will still be rigged. They have the SGOs and GOs to do their election. So, Mr. Biya's candidacy, it is good for our restoration. It is good that we didn't have these new persons. Because already, Mr. Biya, whether it or not, in the international world, it is nobody. Mr. Biya, for over 40 years, since when he worked with Ahidjo, he became a president till now, Mr. Biya's reputation in the world has been marred with human rights abuses. In fact, Mr. Biya's military has one of the worst human abuses in the world. Mr. Biya is known for rigging elections. Mr. Biya is known to be in control of parliament, in control of ELECAM, in control of constitutional court, in control of SDOs, DOs, all this machinery of rigging elections. So, the international community is not too interested in that. And that's why the AU says they won't send in observers. That's why Commonwealth says no, they're not interested. But now Mr. Biya is lobbying the AU that at least they should have an AU to observe. No other countries is sending people to come and observe. So it is good for us. Now, if had it been we had some other person running, what would happen? If we had, for example, a neutral person running, that neutral person that will run, it would soften the hearts of the community. It will make the international community to believe that truly Mr. Biya wants to do something. You see how God is. So Mr. Biya is still making mistakes for Ambazonia. It is good for us because as Mr. Biya stays there, he continues to make terrible mistakes that favors Ambazonia. If we have Mr. Biya out, the new person that will come, his mission will be, hey, let me see how I can solve this issue. And if we have a new person under CPDM, it will soften the hearts of the international community. It may make AU and Commonwealth to send observers. If we have a new person that will come, it will take away the focus of Cameroon human rights abuse because that person coming new, he is not responsible for human rights abuses. It will remove because Mr. Biya is the army-in-chief of the armed force. So therefore, it is his army. If we have someone which is new coming under CPDM, it will take away the attention. In fact, it will make the army free. It will make the army free. So the further we have Mr. Biya there, it helps the revolution because he continues to make mistakes for us that we will use. And so one of the main things is that if Mr. Biya is not there, what will happen? It will excite the base of Cameroon. We need Cameroonese to be angry. We need to continue to insult them that they are not poor. Because if we have a new candidate under CPDM, it will excite Cameroon. It will make them to go out in their numbers to vote because they may think that at least someone new has come. It will excite Cameroon. It will excite Cameroonese. It will also excite the international community. It will give the CPDM additional boom. So, for us, we know that the presence of Mr. Biya as a candidate of the CPDM, it is good for our revolution because it gives us the additional impetus to fight on. It helps us because Mr. Biya will continue to make those mistakes that will make his own community, his own army to turn against them. Today already, you hear that in Bamenda, some military, Anglophone military, they have arrested them, they have locked them up in option because they refuse to be sent at the war front. We are saying that we must continue to stretch Cameroon military. They are dying in their numbers, despite the fact that they continue to kill us, but they are dying in their numbers. Yes, at some point in time, this military will get stretched and they will turn the gun against Paul Biya. So, for us, it is good that we didn't, and what still, if Mr. Biya had, for example, someone from the southern zone to want to be as the president, surely, we are all human beings. If Mr. Biya maybe has someone from Manu, it may give people from Manu some sympathy, okay, but we have people from Manu who want to run. Can we give them a chance? You know, politics. Okay, no, I am new. Though I'm from the CPDM, I am new. I will bring peace. I will do this. I will do this. But there is nothing Mr. Biya can tell us that we don't know. Mr. Biya will still set out the Ngolan-Ngoles. Mr. Biya will still set out those very people that we have refused. He will not go to campaign. Mr. Biya will not go to campaign. He will set out the very Ngolan-Ngoles, the very elites that we don't want to see. You see? So when those elites, when they try to go out, it provokes us. It gives us additional energy for us to fight more. If we have new person on that CPDM, that person may bring a different set of elites that may go to the field and say, okay, you see, the CPDM is ready. Do you want to fix it? Can you give them a chance? We are all human beings. There are some people on ground zero that because of the war, they might say, okay, can we just let it go? Can we just, no. So we need our people on ground zero to be focused. That is why we are saying the candidature of Mr. Paul Biya is a blessing for Ambazonia. And I want you all watching now to be happy and give glory to God, that indeed Mr. Biya failed. He failed to listen to the advice of the American ambassador. He failed to listen to intelligence sources. He is stubborn. And when he is stubborn, that means the international community will say, indeed, this man has refused all calls for dialogue. He has refused all calls for dialogue, and is only interested to extend his stay in power. So, people of Amazonia, I want you to be happy. I don't want you to nag yourself and say, hey, Mr. Biya is running. No. It is good thing for us. What we have to do as a people, we only have to make sure we go on Twitter, we continue to damage his. Our job now is to destroy and damage the reputation of Cameroon every undertone. As I'm talking to you, the Cameroon delegation, they are now in New York. They are now in New York trying to change the language. They are trying to lobby. But it has failed. It has failed because the international community has lost interest in Paul Biya. There is all evidence that they are killing our people. There are all evidences. We have seen it. So I have come today to tell you, my people of Amazonia, that this revolution is God-ordained revolution. It is a revolution which is God-ordained. Because it is God-ordained, the Lord Almighty gives our enemies many more blunders to make. As they make blunders, we take advantage of those blunders. We are saying, because you see, the Bible says that the Lord says that the Lord gives you what you deserve. Yes, because we have been fighting for 2 years, and we are fighting very strategically, and we are fighting and putting a strong force. It is because of our law. Like General Ivor said on Granzo and others, they said, you will say about Odeshi. Odeshi doesn't work that way. If they say, our Lord Almighty, it is God that gives us grace. When you take medicine, if you don't pray, it will not work. It is the God Almighty who gives us that idea that this grass it will work. This grass, it will work. It will work. So, it is the Lord Almighty. So, Odeshi, meet up Odeshi. If there are things that they can go to Nigeria, because they have the money to buy many Odeshi, but because the only difference is that their Odeshi will not work with our Odeshi. Because our Odeshi is God-ordained Odeshi. It's an Odeshi. It's an Odeshi which is ordained by God. Which the Lord has said, even though somebody will say, okay, you are taking Odeshi, that Odeshi, if it's not being blessed by God, you will not fight. Odeshi does not fight against the oppressed. Odeshi will not allow you like people to use it and kill our people. It will not, because the people of the oppressed people are people who are under the plea of God. Odenshi doesn't work in a language oppressed. Odenshi doesn't work when the military has killed our people. They were the first to kill our people in their thousands. Odenshi doesn't work when the blood of those 5 people are crying in wilderness. Odenshi will not work when the blood of Mami Api is still crying. Odenshi will not work when all those who have been massacred in Menka. Odenshi will not work. But the Odenshi, it will work when our people, our guys on ground zero, our forces take it on and say, my Lord, protect me. That's why even with Odenshi, some people still die. Yes. Some people, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. We are telling our people that they will continue to meet their water law in Amazonia. Yes, they will meet it in Amazonia. So please, do not be afraid of that election. I want to be afraid of that election. We are not doubting. We are not doubting. We are not doubting. It will not hold in Amazonia. It will not hold in Amazonia. It's not for us to be doubting. We don't doubt that. We don't doubt. If the senatorial election, which it was possible to hold, but it held under very fake circumstances. If it held in such a way that they gathered people in a room, they even took some from their place to another place to vote. What of a presidential election, which you will need that our people will leave their homes to stand on the line? Now, who won't die? Who tell them who won't die? That is why we are saying that from the 1st of October, when we celebrate our restoration of independence, if by the time we are not yet there in Boya, anyone who goes out there, that nonsense to go out to vote, then you say, okay, we're going to vote, we're going to tell your mommy and papa, say, please, I'm going to vote. My will is here. Because we will not spare you. We will not spare you. Because there is no way. You want that there should be an election. Let me tell you, Mr. Biya is not interested in it. He knows that he will win. He knows. He knows that he will win the elections. He knows that he will win the elections. Mr. Biya doesn't need our vote. He doesn't. He just needs a semblance. He needs a photo makeup. He needs a shot. He needs a movement. He needs a way which shows that at least even 1% of Amazonians went out to vote. Mr. Biya doesn't need our vote. He doesn't. If he needs our vote, if he's someone who really needs our vote, he will even call for dialogue to see how this can be solved. But no, he's concerned about protecting Cameroon. He is concerned about protecting the interests of France. He is concerned about his family. He is concerned about being called for ICC because he knows if he goes out, he will call for ICC. He wants to die on the throne. That is why, as Amazonians, we must make sure that even 1% of that election does not hold in our land. Yes, that day must be blood for blood. Yes, I have said so. I have said so. I have said so. That day must be blood for blood. Because we will not allow some persons to give legitimacy to Cameroon. We will not allow it. You saw it already. You saw how the ministerial convoy came under attack in that's the tip of the iceberg. You saw it. Iceberg. One of you that you have to take your legs to go to Manfe or Bamenda or to vote. It will not happen. No one was alive. It will not happen. It will not happen. It will not. And you see, it is good. It gives a message to little boy Joshua Osih. I will call him little boy. So that people who don't have reason, to Joshua Osih, to Ben Akeremuna, these persons, you now see. Let me tell you, you know that President Biya, Mr. Biya, before even saying that he wants to run, he has discussed with France, only France. France has told him, go, run. Whether it is free and fair, we will endorse it and you will be. That's why it comes out. Mr. Biya doesn't come out to say, I will run for nothing. No. He's not coming to run to lose. That is why I don't know why the Joshua Osihs, the SDF, I don't know why they're coming. I don't know why. Even a coalition in which you people are too greedy to even come together, we will not beat Paul Biya. Because you know why? Mr. Paul Biya owns the parliament. Mr. Paul Biya owns Constitutional Court. Mr. Paul Biya owns Supreme Court. Mr. Paul Biya owns DOs and SDOs. Mr. Paul Biya owns Elekam. So every possible structure that you think it could redress your worries, he owns it. If today you see they like, okay, Mr. Biya, after they say Mr. Biya has won, you come, you cry, no, not free and fair. You write to Constitutional Council. Constitutional Council will endorse Biya. Now he boy in the day. You go to Supreme Court, he will endorse Biya. Now he boy in the day. On the ground itself, the SDOs, DOs, and governors, they will be the ones to make sure that Biya rig the election. That the boy, not even you elect him. That is why we are saying that any elected officer, let me be clear now, any elected officer in our land, I understand, I have friends who are elected officers. I have discussed with some. Now we know that elected officers in Ambazonia, you may have been trapped. You may have been trapped because probably it is a means for you to feed. But my people, if you're an elected officer, you must choose beyond your own safety and having money from the government. Yes, in fact, in this our revolution, there is no neutrality. You must choose. You must make a choice if you want to go on and be doing your elective activity or if you want to stay alive. Because as for me and my people, I will not sit and watch any elected officer going around Ambazonia trying to organize an election which is against the laws of our land. It means that elected officer wants to keep us in bondage. It is better for you, an elected officer, to tell the government that because of the security, I cannot perform. Yes, you have seen. If a minister convoy, if a minister of defense can be attacked in Kumba, what of you, small boy, what of you? What of you, small regional coordinator? What of you, small, we can pick you anytime at any time. We can pick you. We can pick you. We can pick you. We can pick you. So I am advising all my friends who are in the Lekam, all my brothers and sisters in the Lekam, all on the phones for Lekam, if you want to work, tell them that, Mr. Biya, please, can you transfer me to Sangmelima? You can go to Sangmelima. You can go to Douala and work there. No problem. Because there, you have your elections free and fair. It's your business. We are saying, inside Ambazonia, inside our territorial space, we will not allow any elected officer to cross our boundary to go around issuing voters card. If you do that, your name will die. If we see you by any means, your name will die. But again, our people should not just attack elected officers if they sit quiet. Okay. If they sit quiet, if they are doing nothing, just leave them in peace. They are Anglophones. They have been trapped. But if they go on the field, doing the work of a Lekam, which is against our land, in which they want to keep us in bondage, then we will be free to attack self-defense. Yes, we'll be free. And we must now make sure that every Lekam structure, so any Anglophone landlord who is giving his house to a Lekam, you are named that die. Ex-president who is it who say, I beg, come and remove your in my home. Now any landlord who is keeping a Lekam in his house, please just tell them, Biko, come and carry your Lekam thing out of my homes. Because if it is sit there, it means that you are indirectly supporting the elections, which is against our revolution. It means you will become an enemy of the revolution. So therefore, our landlords who are giving homes or their structures, you have to choose between Ambazonia and Cameroon. There's no choice. There's no choice. Now you have to choose. It is a choice, no neutrality. Yes, it is God. It is God or Satan. It is evil or good. It is Cameroon or Ambazonia. There is no middle now. No middle. No middle. As to believe, no middle. So, all these elected officers, I am respectfully calling on you that please write a letter. Tell your government that you are seen on the field. There is no way you can be there to organize any shit of election. Though we know that in Ambazonia, they want to employ, they want to make the SDOs and DOs. Okay, SDOs and DOs, you are free to go on. But on our part, we must make sure Ambazonians stay home. We must make sure Ambazonians do not as a matter of fact, leave their homes to go. And I also join my voice to that of Eric Tato to call on the interim government to make sure that they announce from the 1st of October till the 8th of October a dead 1 week. In fact, that people, it should be a dead 1 week. Ambazonia must store food that from the 1st of October, because we don't have to die again. Yes, we know that on the 1st of October, which is our Independence Day, they will want us to come out to use a pretext that they are doing security against the 8th. That will kill us. We will not give them more blood. Yes, we will not give them more blood. We will not let celebrate independence by going to march. No. We will not do it. We will only go out again in large numbers to march when we have made sure that we have secured our air, our land, and we have some counties with RPGs, so that if they try, we fire those RPGs. And so therefore, I'm also joining my voice to others to call on the interim government to make sure that from the 1st of October to the 8th of October, it should be a dead city. No, in fact, only those around should be our restoration forces in all the angles to make sure. So people have to stop their homes. You stay home. You download movies. In fact, that time, we need more babies. More babies. Those who are fertile during that period, you can do your things to bring us more children. We need more babies. That girl, if don't give Bonnie Hart, that time I don't have to bring that girl now more and more. Yes, so we stay home. Yes, we stay home. But I say that over our dead body, election hold. It will not hold, because from every angle we have seen that from every angle it won't help us. No election will help to resolve this crisis. Our issue is not about election. So therefore, Ambazonians, I have told you why the candidature of Paul Biya is good. It's good for us. It's good for us. It's good for Ambazonia. It's good for our revolution. So we must embrace it. We must go today to bed singing, praying, and thanking God that, Lord Almighty, thank you very much for what you have done. Lord Almighty, thank you very much for what you have done, so that President Mr. Biya has announced his candidature, because it helps us. Cameroon deserves Biya. Yes, Cameroonese deserve Biya. If they don't deserve Biya, they should go out and protest. Cameroonese, they know that under those Biya will still win. He will win. After he will win. He will win. He will win. So, that brings me to the end of that issue of presidential election. Now, what we have to do, Ambazonians, we have to physically and mentally detach ourselves from anything election. Which means we have to physically and mentally detach ourselves. Just consider that there is not an election in Ambazonia. Yes, just consider also. And so we are calling on all our parents on ground zero, our boys, please educate your friends, educate your families. Make man not take longer for throat. Man can give you 1,000, may you go. Man can say go campaign, you go. Because you will be going against, and there will be no pity. There will be no pity for any Ambazonian or any Anglophone who try to go against the revolution by making sure indirectly or directly for anything to hold in our land called election. It will not happen. So, Ambazonians, we must as a people bring ourselves together to physically detach ourselves from anything election. Let Cameroonese take care of their beef. Let them take care. Mr. Biya is their own curse. Cameroonese, I'm talking to you. Mr. Biya is your curse. If you like with Mr. Biya, you can stay with Mr. Biya for the next 7 years. As for Ambazonians, we are gone. We are gone. You are first of all keeping our interim president in your jail. But we are saying that we will come for him. We will come for him. And that is why I'm saying, let us as a people continue to fund the revolution. Let us continue to, we should not be distracted. Because this nonsense of election, it might be the greatest distraction of our time. And I'm coming here today to ask us that we must not fall in the game of posting entirely about Paul Biya election. We can comment to do what? To make sure we cloud his Facebook with negative comments, to cloud his Twitter with negative replies. But let us protect our revolution by making sure there is more going down on ground zero. You know that today, yesterday in Bambili, they went to the university in Bambili, pulled students out of the hostel and they killed. And we are quiet. And university students in Bamenda are quiet. Who does that? Who goes to a university's million? Who goes to million and pulls students out of the hostel? They check their ID cards and they shot them point blank. And when the family goes to the police to find out, the police boldly told them that go to the mortuary. So the police now knows that if you find your person and you don't see, when you go to the mortuary, you see. So you see, there is active genocide going on in Gazo. Now in Tiben, a village which is bordering with Yukum, they went there to a home and killed a family. 5 families, mother, father, children, dead at once. They killed them. And that's how they kill across northern and southern zones. Yes, there are many who don't know, but I am telling you, our people are suffering. Our people are dying. Cameroonians, know this. Our people are dying. This is what we should be saying. This is what we should be tweeting. This is what we should be talking. We should not allow this fake election, this nonsense to cloud us, because they are trying to cloud us. They are trying to use also the nonsense humanitarian scam to cloud us. You see, today I saw in Douala, I think I'm Ponchi, showing the mattresses. Those mattresses. Now, you are buying mattress to go and give in the forest. You see, very hypocrisy. You buy a mattress to go and give people whose homes you've destroyed. You destroy my parents' home. You destroy our community. You made us run into the bush. Now you buy a mattress to go to the bush, to give our parents in the bush to sleep on top. No. That mattress has been poisoned with rashes. It has been spread. It has been poisoned with meningitis. Yes. That mattress has been poisoned. So that they wonder our people would take a mattress and they start developing rashes in their body. Yes. It has been spread with chemicals. When they sleep on that mattress, they will start developing boils. You know, you go catching, they will scratch your body every day. Do not act. We must make sure we reject these issues. Yes. And now they are saying the military will give. So, the very military that burns are coming. Now they say no. Allies will not go. Allies are afraid. They want to buy it and give it to military. The military that burns a community, the military that kills people, they will buy it and take it to them. So, Amazonians, recall, it's a scam. It's a way they are trying to give President Mr. Paul Biya some talking points. The one that should Mr. Paul Biya visit Amazonia maybe in the future or talk, he will say, I threw my presidential like this. I'm giving you this. No. They are looking for every campaign talking points. Those who do political science, they will tell you that politicians look for talking points. Which is good to the ears. So they want to use that to do what? To fool our people that the president has seen that you are in problem. So they are bringing you mattresses. They are bringing you foodstuffs. The very president who for once have not come out to say, my people of Amazonia are Shia. A president who sends only condolences to the military. If you consider us a people, he will also show we're not people. No, he sends condolences only to the military. So those that the military kills, they are dogs, they are rats. But we will mourn our own. So, I tell Ponji, whenever you call yourself, it is a failed game. It's a failed game. Unless that you bundle some people and you frame them as if they are IDPs. Unless you go, we know that you will do it. We know that you go to communities, you gather some francophones, you gather them, you frame them to stand as if they are IDPs. You dress them in a very shabby way as they are IDPs. We are telling you, not in our communities. If you think that you pass those roads, go into those forests where people there, not that it will be blood, it will be bloody. It will not happen. If you're man enough, Ngola and the rest, man enough, come and share those gifts. Come. Ngola, you have spoken about a Republican nonsense and they have given you small office in dollar. Come and share. Come and share. Come and share. Come and share. Come and share it. Now, this comes to the next issue. The issue of Sonara. Listen, now, listen to this. Earlier, I talked about that we have crumbled in essence. CDC. Let me tell you what you don't know. Some people say our parents who work in CDC, they are affected. No. The CDC is exploiting our parents. Yes, those who benefit in CDC is France, BIA, and those top management. Have you gone to the camps? I'm a CDC boy. I grew up in the camp. Have you gone to the camp? Go to the camps. Most of you from Tico, go to the camps. Where do you live? Go to the camps and see our parents' houses. How much do they pay them? When you talk of benefits, how much do they pay them? Those people who work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. People who don't even have time for themselves. People who get up at 5 a.m. They run to pick up a truck. And from the truck, they run to work. From work, they come home at 6 p.m. They have to go and look for food to cook for their children. How much are people who work in CDC earning? How much? Have you gone to those camps? Have you seen their toilets? Have you seen their toilet facilities? Have you seen their water system? Have you seen their health facilities? Have you seen it? Who are those who enjoy from CDC? They are the big people. They sit there in those big apartments in Victoria there. They sit there. Their children go to special schools. Their children go to SASE. Yes, they go to SASE. Their children, they have special primary schools, special secondary schools, special high school. I think maybe if there was a special university, their kids will go there. But those who sleep for those who work 6 to 6, those who suffer, how much do they earn at the end of the day? How much? When you compare the pay of those managers and those people in CDC and to the farmers who work, who earns more? When you go to the manager house, the manager has a very big house. The children are fine. When you compare those children with those in the camp, how can you compare them? You go, you see a father with a mother with one room. Sometimes they will turn a kitchen into I live in the camp. I know it. I live in the camp. I know it. They will turn another kitchen into a room. Then beside the kitchen, they will not build something like a plan, like not a kitchen. And mommy, papa will stay for one room. When mommy is in the year, papa for bed, beginning for floor in the year. Because papa in the year, papa. Yes, we know those things. We know it. So don't tell me that people are suffering. Don't tell me. Yeah, they will not suffer now to enjoy the future. So therefore, we must make sure we continue to crumble CDC. We have done it. It's remaining banana. Banana must also fall. It must also fall. Because those who benefit from CDC are not the workers. They are not the workers. How much do they pay them? What is 50,000 CFA? What is 50,000 CFA? What is 20,000? How much do they pay them? Look at their health benefits. Look at their go there. You will see the water that pass. It stinks. Even water to drink. You go there. Look at the toilets. They share toilets together. But yet, CDC makes a lot of money. Mr. Bia steals it. And the managers, they steal it. And they want us to continue CDC in such a way that, no, we will destroy everything and rebuild. Yes, we will destroy everything and rebuild. Pamola shut down. CDC is already shutting down. Today I'm talking to you. MTN officially disconnect connection in CDC. Yes. Today, MTN officially disconnect connection to CDC because they could not pay their bills. They're begging. So we must make sure we continue with economic sabotage. Yes. You think that it's effective? It's effective. Now the next is Sonara. Sonara. Earlier I said, no, we must pay attention to Sonara. But now, let me tell you why we must forget Sonara. We are missing the big picture. Sonara is empty. Listen, nothing goes on in Sonara. Sonara is empty. Despite the fact that in Sonara we have the bazaars. Yes, Sonara. When you go there, it is not pidgin, no. It is not English. It's not even French. The first language is Bassa. After Bassa is French. Then after French is not English. It's a language that we don't even know. Yes, it's Sonara. And all those who work in Sonara, go there from Getman, it will be an Anglophone. But at the very top, even the man when I'm now bought chair for Sonara, when Anglophone, it be useless. Because all the board members in the Francophone, it be useless. Now, best way, he is just there to see. He don't get voice, nothing. He is there to chop your money, he go. To go. Sonara, when you go to Sonara, it is Bassa. They talk Bassa. From Bassa, now French. After French, no maybe English. Now it's something where mix between English and Pidgin. Yes. And those in the gate, now Anglophone, maybe. Cleaners could be Anglophone. Where it is inside Bakuriland. So far as Sonara, they carry money, they give to those chiefs of Victoria, Boya, they are fine. So you see, it is us suffering because those Bakuri chiefs from Victoria, they receive money from Sonara. Sonara pays them money. It takes care of them, but they are fine. But who are those who suffer? It is us. The people, us, the people, it's us that we suffer, who don't benefit from Sonara. How many people from UB who are chemistry students in Sonara? Sonara by now should be able to train chemistry students in UB that will make things better. How many? How many? No. They are just there to embezzle, to useless the place. So, let me not tell you why we must move our interests away from Sonara. Sonara, don't sabotage it. It is there. It is useless. The place that we must tackle, hear me. It is Dian, those oil rigs. Let me tell you now, Chinese and this world power, they are in Dian, over the 47 oil rigs in Dian and Bakassi. They are there pulling oil. They pull it out directly and ship it. Now, they put it down and ship. They don't pass through Sonara even. Let me tell you. So, we have been looking at Sonara, we have been saying Sonara, no. We must go to the source. It is in Dian, the oil rigs. So therefore, it is now, in fact, I am decreeing on my name as Margareta that our restoration forces must, if there is any group that has been planning Sonara, forget Sonara. Sonara is just empty. Sonara is administration. We must redirect now our now interest to those oil rigs in Dian. We must make sure we sabotage those oil rigs so that there should be no production. When we sabotage those oil rigs in Dian, hey, you will see, China will talk. Yes, you see, let me tell you why the international community is not yet talking. It's not because their interest has not been directly affected. That's the world. They will work with interest. The international community, they work with interest. If the community, if their interest is not yet touched, they won't talk. So therefore, we have now been told that their interest lies in Bakassi, their interest lies in Dian, in those oil rigs. So therefore, we must now, as a matter of fact, I am saying in Margareta, now we must now redirect our efforts. All the resource forces in Dian area, Bankem, we must now re-strategize and make sure we sabotage those oil rigs in Dian. There should be no, in fact, all the workers there should flee and go. Once we stop production in Dian, Sonara falls. Now they have got Sonara. Sonara is now very guarded. Also, once we stop oil production in Dian, Sonara falls. So therefore, we must go to the root cause of Sonara. The root cause of Sonara is not Victoria. No. The root cause of Sonara is Dian. So, we must go to the root cause in Dian. In those oil wells, we sabotage it. When we sabotage it, we will directly cripple La République economy. We will directly affect China and those other governments of the world who has interests, who have bought shares, who are taking our oil. And they're killing us. They are killing us. They sit quiet. They don't talk. They are in the U.S. Security Council. They are in all those organizations. They are there. They sit quiet. Britain is there. You see, Britain is selling. You see, they call it they're saying they're looking at us. So what can we do? Now we have the means. Our boys also, they have means to self-defense. So therefore, we must use now our RPGs. We must use now our resources. We must use my chip to Boya. We must use our strength to make sure that the oil rig in Dian, it is sabotaged. That must start henceforth going ahead. And I know that our restoration forces decision. They take everything, they keep it there. But now, let me tell you, now like this, these people now, they extract from Zian directly, and they ship. It goes directly. Now, because we have been told by people, that's the thing. When we sabotage the oil rigs in Zian, now, CDC is off. Palm oil has fallen. CDC is already gone. When we sabotage the oil rigs in Zian, it will directly affect the Republic. It will make, China will say, no, better man find the interim government. US will say, Russia, the Republic. It is so, now it has more interest. So, let us attack the interest of these foreign investors. If we don't attack, even Dangote Cement, even Dangote, who gives money, even the Dangote factory in that area must be sabotaged. Yes, I have said so, Margareta. I have said so. We must sabotage the Dangote factory in that area. We must make sure that any corporation which operates in Zian and Amazonia that directly gives money to the Republic to fund their enemy is an enemy to us. We must bring production to halt. Because these companies, they fund the regime to kill us. So we must bring it to halt. That is what we should be doing. So we have been thinking the very wrong way. We have been thinking we must continue to destroy our bridges. Yes, we must continue to make sure that we continue to destroy our bridges. We dig trenches. We must continue to make sure that Pamol CDC does not function. Now, let us redirect our effort from Sodara to Ndian. I hope that is clear. I know that our forces on Ground Zero, they are very, very active. And that does not mean that, you see, let me tell you, after this, I'm going to post to you. You see, when they say Amazonia is a land of milk and honey, you know why? Amazonia sits on untapped resources. After this show, I'm going to post to you the resource abilities of Amazonia, from Kumbo to Ndian to Kembe to Menchu to Ndu to Victoria to Kumba to Manfe to Ndian. We sit on minerals. That's why I say land of milk and honey. Yes, Amazonia alone can feed the entire West Africa. Amazonia alone, we sit on resources which is untapped. Amazonia alone, we sit on untapped resources. We have it, which is untapped, from Kumbo to Kambe to Menchu to Wum to Ndu to Victoria to Ndian to Manu. Everywhere is resources everywhere. Those resources, they are untapped. They are untapped. The few which are now up, we must make sure we stop it. We stop it. It will take us 1 year. Some people believe it will take us within 1 year. We will rebuild Amazonia. We will make a ship port in Victoria. We will make the airport in Tico, in Bamenda, in Banfe. It will take us, investors will beg. They will come. In fact, the whole of Amazonia will be Chantier Naval. People will work until they will say, please stop. Like Trump said. People will beg for work, say, hey, work. Amazonia will be a Chantier Naval. It will be a place where there will be work. You will work, say, no, place to work again. Please, work. In fact, we will build a wall. Make sure that all those who will be running from Cameroon to come, we will not come. We will take their best. We will take their best brains and give them cleaning jobs to clean. Yes. We will take their best and give them cleaning jobs to clean. That we will do. So please, be rest assured that we will restore our restoration. But we must do what it takes to restore it. We must do what it takes to reclaim back our statehood. It's our right, our land given to us by Almighty God, and no one, no mama, no papa, no person not get right. So please, let us know that everywhere is full of resources. From the northern zone to the southern zone, everywhere is full of resources. Resources everywhere, from left to right. Yes, and we will make sure, after this show, I'm going to show to you. I'm going to publish those resources so you will see in your eye what we have untapped. That's why Cameroon is fighting. That's why Cameroon knows that without us, they will crumble. They know. That is why in 1972, they collapsed the federation. Because when they discovered, you know, at first, Ahidjo never wanted Amazonia. You know that, right? You know that even Cameroon voted against the independence and reunification of Cameroon. You know that? Ahidjo was very angry why the northern Cameroon went to Nigeria. Ahidjo wanted his Fulani brothers. He wanted them. So they had no idea that we were a land of milk and honey. When they saw it, France said, hey, destroy immediately the federation. Because if you allow that federation, these people will more develop. One day they will say they are going out. But they say, fire me and fire you. We have come of age. We as a people have now come of age. So therefore, let us redirect our focus now to Nzian. All those 47 oil rigs in Nzian, we must make sure not even one pumps out. We must make sure. Yes, let's do it. Because when we do that, we crumble Sonora directly. And so, even in Dawara Estate in the northern zone, we must make sure that in Dawara Estate, CDC do other thing. If it's still going on, crumble it. Those who are in control in the northern zone, make sure that in Dawara Estate, anything CDC in northern zone, make sure it is crumbled. It is crumbled. Thank God we don't have any major communities in the northern zone because they deliberately kept it out. But the northern zone has been one of those zones which pays the highest tax to Cameroon. It has been one of those zones which is top in terms of education. But now it is down. So the economy of Cameroon is also down. So we must make sure that if Dawara Estate is still functioning, now make sure that you bring down Dawara Estate down. CTE down. It must not function. In fact, the entire Amazonia must be ungovernable from left to right. Every day it must be ungovernable from left to right. It must be. This now brings me to the last point on my agenda, which is the issue of the Northwest and Southwest. Let me just address this for 1 minute. People, be very careful. Now we have seen some foolish Anglophones who now go around making nonsense, trying to instigate the northern versus southern zone fight. They have seen that we have destroyed that northern versus southern zone nonsense. We have destroyed northern versus southwest. They are angry. So now they want to bring again northern versus southwest. You see, they are the ones who we were alone without northwest and southwest. Now if you can't advise plan, we'll be there. No northwest southwest. No northwest southwest. Every man for Bamenda, if you win for Victoria, man for Victoria, if you win for Kumbo. During that time, they bring northwest southwest so that we start to say, hey, you will be northwest. Hey, you will be southwest. Hey, you are not Agbo. Hey, you are not Chair. Zero. We have passed that stage. We look ourselves first as Amazonians before we go down to our tribe. Our tribe is important. But first, we are Amazonians. So, whether you were born in the northern zone or in the southern zone and you grew up there, you have the right to stay and fight there. Now tell me, who are those who fight in Bangem? In Bangem, what are those who fight? Is it the Northwestern fight in Bangem? Who are those who are fighting in Lebialem? Is it the Northwesterners? Who are those who are fighting in Manu? Who are those who fight in Bonga? Even in Fako, who are those? So we're probably to say they try to listen. The southern zone by its topography, the southern zone by all factor, it has to be hot. The southern zone by natural factor, it is where the capital is. Where there is a capital, it's always boiling. In every revolution, you cannot have the revolution being hot all the time everywhere. Bello is there boiling. Do you know people die in Bello every day? Bello is boiling. Funong is boiling. Womb is Santa and the rest are boiling. Kubo is boiling now. So you should not listen to those people who say, no. This act like this. No. Our forces are one. We have people who have fought in Bamenda. They now fight in Kumba. We have people who fought in Kumba. They now fight in Bamenda. So let us not give room to those innuendos on social media who try to divide us, because that is what the regime wants. The regime wants to say, hey, you see, why in this area? No. Go to Syria. How is Aleppo? How is the fight of the capital? What do you expect? The capital is in the southern zone. What do you expect? It will be, in fact, it will even go very, very hotter. You can go to hell. It will go even hotter. You can go to hell. As a people try to say, hey, chief's funds. Listen, any chief, any fund, we have said the chiefs and the funds, they have lost entirely their respect. No chief and fund has the respect of people. They have lost their respect. So therefore, if there is any chief, any fund who is against us, that chief and fund must be arrested. We have Fonangofo, he's quiet. A fund and chief who knows you are quiet. When you sit quiet, we'll not come against you. But if you run your mouth, or you try to act against us, or you try to sabotage us, try to act as a snitch, we will catch you. Some of them they're only burying virgins across. Yes, in Munyenge, they buried virgins, but because the power of the Almighty God is greater, the power of the virgin was neutralized, and our people dealt with them mercilessly. In Munya, they buried the virgin, and the chief has been arrested. So, if there is any fund, it is La Republic who killed a chief in Manu. La Republic. Have you seen us killing any chief? We don't kill chiefs. We don't kill chiefs and funds. We respect them. But we are saying that because whether you are a chief, a fund, medical doctor, a teacher, all of us, first, we are human beings. Second, we are Amazonians, and we have equal rights to that land. The fact that you are a chief or fund or an elder, that doesn't mean that you go around running your mouth. You go around trying to sabotage us. When you do that, we come against you. We come against you. Come against you heavily and strongly. Say fund. Who be fund? Who be chief? That you have that title of a fund and a chief. It is because of us, we the people. Without we the people, there is no fund, there is no chief. It is we the people. It is us, we the people. We are the ones that confer you that title. Will you be a chief without a chiefdom? Will you be a chief without a funddom? Will you be a chief to be roaming over sticks and stones? So I am saying, if there is any chief or fund, if you don't like Amazonia, sit quiet. Yes, a chief of fund. If you know that you don't like Amazonia, sit quiet and stay in your home quietly. If the regime calls you, say no more. Because what I think that some of these chiefs and funds, they think that we are joking. Yes. Because I see some of you, you go and sit in a meeting, you plan ways how to sabotage the revolution. Instead that we are fighting for Amazonia, that in Amazonia, you chief and fund, you have your house of chiefs, you have your house of funds, you have your respect, you have that respect that you had during the old days. You don't even see it. Now you go around begging. Now you go around begging. Now you see the Dios and the Dios, they are the ones that who install you. Now the Jews and Jews, they can remove you and install any J and G. You don't see that. You don't see that. They found the Jews and the ex-Jews government, they have done what? They have desecrated your fundom. They have destroyed your chiefdom. You don't see that. When your children of 20, 18, 19, 13, when we are fighting for you, you don't see it. Instead, you go and sit to plan evil. Any fund that will have it, even a Romo, say you sit to plan any evil against us, we will come against you. Because, let me tell you, no medicine, those who have read spiritism, no medicine, no juju, nothing goes against injustice. Let me tell you, the basic foundation of any medicine, of any juju, is that it is to protect the oppressed. So no juju, no medicine goes against try to kill injustice, try to kill oppressed people. So if you are a fond or chief, you think that you go to your shrine and you make some libations, you pour. No. That very ancestors, they will strike you dead because they're happy. They're happy that what they fought, what they saw, what they fought, we the people, we are fighting. So it's a warning to any chief of fun. I don't care if you're from Southern Zone, I don't care if you're from Northern Zone, you are all one. We are saying, don't cross our path. If you don't like this revolution, sit quiet and be observing. Yeah, keep it quiet and be observe and see how it ends. Yeah, sit quiet and see how it ends. Don't go and start talking against us or fighting us or trying to sabotage us. Because when you do that and we get you, you are gonna die. And that goes to every Amazonians who are going. I have seen some Anglophones in Victoria elsewhere running their mouth. It is because those running their mouth against us on Ground Zero, we've seen you, we know you. It is because you are not a priority to us yet. You are not a priority. We have bigger fish. Instead for us to waste bullet on you, we better waste that bullet on Lipopic. Yes, you are not a priority. So don't think that you're on Ground Zero. You are running your mouth. You're on Facebook running your mouth over right. Don't think that we don't know you. Don't think that we don't see. It is just that you are not our priority yet. You are not. Our priority remains Lipopic. So we will not waste our time with you. Because you're not a threat yet. You're not a threat. You are a threat on Facebook. You're not a threat yet. So please, that is it. That I've spoken. I think it is because Tato will be coming by 8 p.m. Amber time. I think I should give room for Tato to come. I saw his post. He said he'll come in at 7 p.m. Amber time. So it is like 18 minutes to 7 p.m. so that you all will just stop here and probably go to Tato's Facebook to hear what he has to say. But I hope that I have made this point very clear, and I want us to take this message home. That as we go home, our message should be that we must neutralize anything about Paul Biya on the media. We must make sure we know anything about Paul Biya on the media, and we must keep safe. Now, this announcement, let us make sure that we stock our homes. This afternoon, I announced that people in Kumba are living in their numbers. We have military friends that have called their relatives. They have called their friends and said, please go out. And we have seen scores of buses carrying people out. Please, we are saying that those in Kumba, now that I'm saying now, sincerely now, I can't ask you now. Nowhere is safe. You stay in your home, they come there and kill you. We saw it last week, how they went to Kumba at the home, they killed someone in his kitchen, and they used them guns to camouflage. They killed a mad person, and they used them gun to put on a mad person. So now, like Lipopic, they kill now in the homes, then they use them guns to camouflage and say they are fighters. They are fighters. So let us make sure we stay safe. I don't know how long I can advise. I don't know what to say. I don't know where it's not safe. I should be sincere with you, but I am calling on Amazonians, please do all in your powers at home to stay safe. The boys, please don't put on black t-shirts. Don't put on red t-shirts. Don't put on red or black cap. Please dress normally. If you have a very funny hair, trim it. Trim it. Don't look shabby. Don't look shabby. Yeah? If you are someone that you are very black, maybe use mayanga. Rub your face, maybe you shine some more. Because these people now, when they see you, you are very black. They say, this one actually, Tupuri from Nigeria, they can fight. They'll shoot you. Don't dress anyhow. Now, please, I have said, Amazonians, we must change the way we carry our activities. Because it is war zone. We must change the way we travel. Don't just travel. Before you travel, find out how is the road between Boya and Kumba. Find out the road between Boya and Bamenda. Find out. Don't just say tomorrow I will travel and go. No. Now we must change how we travel, because traveling along the roads now is bad. It's bad because these Lipopic people, they stop the vehicles, they search you, they disgrace you, they shoot. In between Boya and Kumba yesterday, I was told that they don't shoot anyhow in the air. They search you, they shoot people. They look at you, you look maybe like an amber boy or girl, they shoot you. Nobody comes to order. Nobody. They do that and they go free. So please, let everyone stay safe. Amazonians, call your parents, advise them. They must do all to stay safe. Don't make parties as before. Don't make parties as before. Don't make die as before. Don't go to nightclubs as before. You must change your activity, because you might go to the nightclub like that. Maybe you leave at 4 a.m. You are coming home. Maybe your footpath is very small. They might see you in the dark and they shoot you. You see? They might shoot you. Don't just be in a crowd, walking too much in a crowd. You are walking in a crowd, maybe you are walking, talking, shouting. They may see you and shoot you. So Amazonians, from Boya to Mutengene to Kumbo to Bamenda to Kumba, do all to stay safe, because we are not fighting to come and see an empty land. We want to come and see our people being alive. So please, let us do all to stay safe. It is a must to say, because what is coming ahead. Now, as I tell you, people in Kumba are living in their numbers. They are going out in their numbers, because there might be something blunt in Kumba. I have also heard that restoration forces also doesn't tell people to move for safety. So please, better you stay inside your house under your bed. Better maybe you die inside your house. At least you get face, you die inside your house, because they come around in your homes to kill. Maybe now bush fine. Maybe now those in bush now are even far more better than those in town. Yes. So please, let's stay safe. Boys and girls, forget about all the slave queens, slave kings. Forget about you want to dress you want to dress some kind of way. No, please, mind how you dress. Mind especially black t-shirt, red t-shirt, and cap. Or you put bandora. You know bandora. Some of you boys, you take this woman that is in, you tie their head bandora. Some of you take this red stuff, you tie it on your waist for the boys. You know that you're 18, 19, 20. Your men, your boys, you take this thing, red handkerchief, you tie it on your waist. Then you're making your men, nigga wet, nigga more, nigga wet. Please, hey, because when they see you, they will shoot you. Life is one. Because mind you are dressing. We want to stay safe, all of us, because it pays us. When we see one Amber die, it passed 50 life public. That's why when we hear one Amber die, it hurts us very well. But let us do well to be safe. Don't go to Mutengene from Boya without knowing how the road is. Because you might go on the road and meet a fire. Then you'll be a victim. Please don't travel across Amazonia without asking how is the road. Because now the times are heavy. 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 So please, let us try to be safe, because the weekend coming might not be good. Might not be good. Might not be good. All right, so we will leave now. It is 10 minutes to 7 p.m. Eric Tato will be coming live in his Facebook. So everything what we said, Eric Tato will come live. He's going to sketching more what I've said. If there are anything that I've said that I have not emphasized, Tato will come live after this. He will emphasize more. He's coming live to talk about Atangaponji. So he's going to talk more on Atangaponji. So if anything I've not said, Tato will emphasize it more. So please, this now brings me to the end of our show. Thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you very much for staying for this number of hours to talk. Please continue to fund the revolution. Continue to fund my Chief Boya. Continue to fund, and let our people now get the real issues. We remain hopeful with the tsunami. We remain hopeful with the hurricane that the interim government promised that they will come. So it is time. It is time for us to fight. And God bless you. I hope this message that has reached will spread it across Amazonia. Let us remain safe. And those in the diaspora also try to be safe as much as possible. And remember that on Sunday again, I will come live again to prepare us for the week going ahead. And remember that ghost towns continue on Mondays. We have seen the military, the army going around sharing that no ghost towns. They cannot save us. The army doing that, they cannot save us. They cannot save us. So that's why when they provoke us last Monday, you saw both the northern and southern zone. It was fire on the ghost towns because they provoke us. So if you are a businessman, you are an Okada man, or you are a person who wants a bus service, don't hear and start. Mondays is ghost towns everywhere. Monday we want Amazonia to shut, to be quiet. It is our religion, and we must keep it. So if you receive any flare from any military, just read it. Don't argue him. Because if you argue him, he's going to shoot you. When you receive, tell him, thank you, sir. Put it in your pocket and go. Now you know, say for Monday, you will hook up you, lock your door, climb for your bed, you sleep you. We must be wise. We must be wise. Let us be wise. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying with me. God continue for bless Auna. And then we'll get faith say, we go reach Boya. We go reach Boya in one spirit. We go reach Boya in one people. Like I've been saying, I may not be there with you. Other activities may not be there with you. But we as a people, we will reach Boya as a people. We might not be there as individuals. We might not be there as group or as any government. But the people of Amazonia, they will arrive Boya in one spirit. And Boya is our hope. Thanks to all our fighters on Ground Zero, our rescue forces who are doing a tremendous job despite the difficulties. They are doing a tremendous job, big job. And let's continue to pray for them. Let's pray for them that God should continue to bless them, give them the wisdom, give them more tactics to be able to pursue the war. And God should be able to give us the means to continue to fund them, to make sure they have the necessary requirements, they have food. Because if they don't feed, they can't fight. So we continue to thank all those on Ground Zero. We thank all our IDPs, our refugees in the bushes and Nigeria, who have been persevered all this while throughout us. We know that we are all together. We are with you in spirit, and we are fighting together. We are going to save and free Amazonia. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. This is your humble servant, Mark Barretta. Remember, I love you all. Bye-bye. Ciao.